Hello, everybody. I would like to welcome everybody to webinar today, Success Story. The title of the webinar is Success Story by Christian Adama. And first of all, I would like to wish, and I hope that everybody had a happy Valentine's Day yesterday. My name is Alex Tunitsky, and I am organizer for this webinar in Brooklyn, New York. And I would like to show you some picture. Please confirm, Christian, that you could see a picture of your wonderful team on the screen.
Yes, I can see. Thank you, Alex.
How can you hear me?
Oh, perfect.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, that's a very special day today because Christian Adama kindly accepted my invitation to share his success story in 2021 with people in New York and from other areas than New York. We welcome to this webinar everybody, forever family, from whatever country you are, whatever location, whatever state, whatever city, it doesn't matter. We just would like to welcome you guys. And I don't want to spend your time. I just would like to share some valuable information about agenda today. Christian Adama will talk. We share his experience, then we will have some short break when I share some information, valuable information with everybody. Then we will continue again with the question and answer at the end of the webinar. Okay, now another picture. I would like to share with everybody outstanding accomplishment of manager Christian Adama in 2021, who accomplished level of a senior manager, forever to drive level 2, Eagle manager, chairman bonus level 1, global rally qualification with 2,400 case credits, and number 11 in United States and Canada out of 20 top forever business owners. Outstanding accomplishment. Christian, congratulations. Congratulations and congratulations. And now take a microphone and the screen and please share your story. Everything is yours.
Thank you so much, Alex. And I'd like to see if you can stop sharing the screen. I want to see everybody that is on today. And please, if you can show your video, open your video. I want to see everybody that is on today. I'd like to see. Yes, Alex, can you stop sharing the screen, please?
I'll do my best. Hold on for 1 second, please.
No problem. I just want to see everybody that is on here.
Yes.
Feel free to say hello. Anybody that is on, feel free to say hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Alex.
Veronica.
Hi, Christian. Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
everybody. Everybody muted by default. You should
Hi.
unmute your microphone
Hi.
if you would like to say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, Alex.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, coach.
Hi.
Well,
Hi, Christian.
hello,
Hi.
coach.
Yes.
You should be able to share your screen, Christian.
No, I don't want to share. I just want you to stop sharing.
Or to stop sharing.
Yes.
So I would like to ask everybody to turn your video off, please. And then Christian will share his story and he will talk.
No, they can keep it on. They can keep the video on. I want to see them. Want to see everybody in the crowd, please. You just stop share your screen so I don't see this, and then I can see everybody and everybody can see each other on the screen.
Christian, please go ahead. I'll handle it.
Okay, just allow me, give me the permission to share again, and then it will stop yours automatically. Okay, good. I think it's good now. We're good now. So, right, then I can see everybody, and then I feel more comfortable. And so today is definitely a big day. Thank you so much. I can't mention everyone, but those who have the video on, I would like to mention Manager Mana, Manager DJ Eva, Martino, Zoya, Yvette, Lydia. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much, Alex, for giving me this opportunity. And I couldn't say no. I couldn't say no to you. Especially because you've been part of everybody that saw my beginning in this activity. So it's so important for me to share. And, you cannot, there is a say in my country that say, when you respond to your call, you can no longer hide. When you respond to your call, somebody call you and you respond, you cannot hide anymore. So I just want to mention I'm doing this because I'm comfortable from a place of a beginning of a success. And I know most of these opportunities are going to come. So you guys that are here are one of the first to hear about our journey. And the reason why I'm sharing is also because success is more enjoyable when it can impact other people. If your success can inspire other people to be successful, then you're gonna have an impact. So my position here, sharing what we have done, not me, not just me as a leader, but my entire team. Veronica, you could turn off your microphone for now, please, so we don't hear some noise. You can mute yourself.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just saying, I'm sharing here today. It's me, but it's not just me. That's why a lot of my team members, they join us so we can actually all together contribute in making this presentation a wonderful one. So if you're here today, it's not by chance. You're here because you are called to make
What?
Oh my goodness. Veronica, mute yourself, please.
Okay, I'm doing.
Just click on the microphone and it's gonna look. Okay, good. All right. So let's go. Let's talk a little bit from the beginning. So we got to start from the beginning. For those who don't know me, I know you saw it on the screen. And my name is Christian Jifa Adama. I'm originally from Togo in West Africa. And, you know, most of the time when we watch the Forever Opportunity, they always say, this is the company where ordinary people achieve extraordinary result. And I believe I'm one of them. I'm one of those people that Forever has touched my life and has made a big impact. And that's why I don't hold anything back. I want to put my time in helping more people to be successful in this business. So when I say I'm one of those ordinary people that are achieving extraordinary results, I mean, I was not even born in the capital city in my country. I'm Togolese, but I didn't have the pleasure of being born in the capital city where usually you have access to everything. I was born in a remote area. And I know most of you can understand because most of us here are immigrants. We are coming from different countries and we come to America because we're looking to have more. But sometime we got started, some people say they got started at zero, but some of us, we didn't even start at zero. We start below zero because someone like me, I was born in a remote area, no electricity, no clear water. So I went to school, my first 6 years, my first sixth grade, no electricity. But how do you go from there and being in the position that I am today? That's where you know that Forever is truly a company where ordinary people can achieve extraordinary result. So I grew up in that little village, but one thing, so if you are going to be taking note, because the goal is for you to be impacted so you can have your own success, so you can achieve more than we have done today. So if you are taking note, the first thing that you need to put down is a dream. I want you to put down dream. You need to have a dream. It doesn't matter how it got started. It doesn't matter what kind of situation you're in now, you need to have a dream. So I had a dream as a young boy, growing up, no electricity, no clean water, but I wanted to be a physician. I want to become a medical doctor. And I was told, if you are going to become a medical doctor, you're gonna have to school. You're gonna have to go to school. And I was someone, I could tell you, growing up, I didn't like school. But because I have the dream that I wanted to become a physician, then I need to commit to going to school. So that's how I go to school. And I finished the first sixth grade. That's the only grade that we have in the village. And that was my opportunity because I graduated past the sixth grade that we have there. And then I have to continue because I have a dream to become a physician. That's when I was flown to the capital city so that I can continue my education. So I continue and I did went to school. I did went to med school. Can you imagine that? Going from not having electricity, not having clear water, but with a dream, being able to go from that village, reaching capital city, keep going until I graduate from high school. And then I went to university to study medicine. And I don't want to go too much in detail, but those who come from Africa, you could know that most in our countries, we usually only have one university, and it's not for just anybody born in a poor family to go to med school. But I was able to do that. So since that time, I knew that no one could stop me from getting whatever I want to achieve, because I was told that you should forget about that dream because your parents are not physicians, your parents are not in the government, your parents are not in the army. So there is no chance for you making it as a medical doctor. So you can't even go to medical school, forget about it. But I pushed on and I was able to enter medical school. And it was my decision because when I get there, I realized that this is not what I meant to be doing for the rest of my life. And also most of the time it was because of my parents, because I knew it wasn't easy for my parents to keep me going to pay for that dream. And I need to take over. So I made another decision. I need to find a shortcut to be making money as soon as possible because I was the firstborn of my parents, and my parents, they had me when they were teenagers. So they didn't have much. So I needed to take over. Those are some of the reasons that I do what I do and I don't take rest. So I had to stop. And I find something else. I went to business school. Even though I didn't like school much, but if it got to get me to playing that role of taking over from my parent, hey, I have to do it. I've never studied accounting before because all my life I was prepared to be a physician. And then I have to switch to to business school. And everything was new for me, but I pushed through and I finished. When I was done, when I graduated from business school, there were 3 banks in my country because I studied banking and finances. I went to business school, but I majored in finances and banking. So I chose 3 banks. I said, I only want to work for one of those 3 banks. And I didn't even give myself permission to even apply for jobs, send my resume to any other banks apart from those 3. But guess what? Because I was coming from humble beginning, there was no much chance to get out there because they're gonna not just they look at your performance, but they're gonna look at which kind of family are you coming from? Are you coming from money family and stuff like that? So I didn't have that much chance. But what did I do? I didn't have to wait. That's when I have my first venture of business. I opened a small business, a phone booth. I opened a phone booth that back home, in that time, we didn't have cell phone. It's not like everybody have cell phone that you can pick up and make your phone call. So we have those phone booths that when you need to call people, you go there. So I opened, my first business was this kind of business. So I used to do that when I graduated and couldn't get a job from those 3 banks. And I didn't want to compromise. I didn't want to say, oh, if those 3 banks don't call me, let me just reach out to another bank that may not be that popular. Maybe they're gonna call me. I said, no, I only want to work for those 3 banks. And I keep doing my thing. So another thing you should learn while you are waiting for the idea that you want, start somewhere. Don't be waiting for things to be right for you to get into action. Start with what you have and keep growing, keep learning. Be an eternal learner. So that's what I did. So I was doing my thing. I was operating my business. And one night I was in my phone booth. It was past 7 p.m. and my phone rang. And that was a call from one of those banks, the one that I was actually looking to work for. So they called me and they say, we need you to come for an interview for internship. So I went in, long story cut short, I went for 6 months of internship and then they hired me and I start working for them. That was a big dream. I was very young and nobody in my family has ever worked in a bank. Even though I wanted to be a physician, that may be seen as a very higher position. Ending up working in the bank was something big. It was really big and I thought that was the end. I made it. Then I can be working there. I work hard. I'm gonna put everything so that I can be the savior for my family. I didn't know that there is much bigger and better coming on my way. So I was working as a personal banker for 3 years. It was my 3rd year working for the bank. I was really enjoying it. I put all my energy and everything there, but I soon realized that now I'm much bigger than that. This is not the kind of life that I want, working, and not having to enjoy literally. And even the salary, when you're from outside, you think when you go to the bank, you get paid very well. But when I start getting it, I realized it was not enough. But there was no other choice other than to just work hard and waiting for promotion so you could make more. Until, if you are taking note, write this down. Sometime or most of the time, opportunity is gonna come to you disguised in adversity. Most of the time, opportunity doesn't come shining. It comes in adversity. It comes in difficult time. So it was my mom who was having some issue with her teeth, and somebody recommended that she should try Forever Living toothbrush, and it should be helpful. That it was gonna be helpful. So my mom called me because I was in a position that was providing for my family. So she calls me and she says like, oh, I know you've been spending a lot of money to help me with my health issue, but somebody said that there is a toothpaste that, it was about like what, $7? Yeah, it's about like $7 or less than $10 when you put it in our currency, Forever Bright. So that's why always I have it. Today I'm in a position and I have a home office. So I always have the Forever Bright in my office because my life has been changed because of this little miracle. So I bought a toothpaste for my mom, and she's been using it, and it was perfect. It helped her. It did help her. And then I like, oh, okay. So do they have any other stuff? And they do. So I bought other stuff, other product for my mom, start getting some supplement for her so she could feel better. Because, those are the ones that sacrifice so you can have everything. And any young boy can do anything for the mom. So that's when I start investing. I didn't even know there is a business there. I just was investing in my mom's health. And her health improved by using the product so much so that some of her friends reached out to her and they wanted to use the product as well. That's when I called the guy who was providing me the product for my mom. And he told me, you know what? It won't be fair for me to go sell the product to your mom's friend. There is a business, huge business behind those products. If you can get involved, this is going to give you freedom. And I didn't even want to listen to him. I'm like, no, I have my job. I work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., sometimes 9 p.m. So I definitely won't have time to do that. So just go see my mom. She's going to direct you to her friends, and then you can sell the product to them. And that's it. But he kept talking. And he's like, you just don't know what you are saying. This, you could say it like this, but if you get involved in this business, not only you're going to get free from the bank, you're going to travel around the world. And I said, travel? How can a toothpaste make me travel? And I said, yes, that's what I'm telling you. But I won't do you any service by trying to explain. Can you come to one of our business presentation and you're going to see the whole picture? So it's going to be on Sunday. I say, okay, if it's Sunday, I don't work Sunday, so I definitely can come. So I went in and I watched the presentation, and I was convinced right there in the middle of the presentation. When they were doing the presentation and they start sharing testimonial of people traveling and they play video, people were in the rally, what we call Forever Rally. People were in the rally and they were dancing and showing joy. And I'm like, no, this is where I need to be. All of a sudden, my office, like it became so small for me. And I said, how come other people are enjoying things like this? And you mean the company pay for those people to travel and do all that? Okay, how do I start? That was my first question in the middle of the presentation. And the guy said, oh, you just have to wait until Monday because we didn't have it like how you could join over the internet. You need to go to the home office so you could join. So I have to wait. But Monday, Monday usually for the banks is busy because when you are closed in the over the weekend, then Monday everybody is coming, so it wasn't easy. I couldn't even get time to go to the office on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday. I couldn't free up any time to go. But finally on Thursday, I was able to go, and that was in 2009. That was in 2009, end of 2009. And so if you are taking notes, again, I'm giving some tips because there is no point for me sharing this if it's not going to impact your life, it's not going to help you to be more successful. So if you are taking note, when you start a business, you need to launch your business. So when I decide that I'm going to do this, I didn't join to give it a try. I didn't join to compare with what I was doing. I joined to free up myself. I joined to travel. So I needed to launch my business. I needed to talk to people about it. Apart from the few friends of my parent, I needed to get the word out. So that's what I was doing. And I didn't have to wait until I know everything also before I talk. I was just talking. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was told that if you're going to be successful, you need to sell the product, you need to bring people on the meeting. That was it. So I was selling the product, bring people to the meeting. Selling the product, bring people to the meeting. My first meeting, when I brought people, I made a list. Like I was told, you need to make a list of 100 people. Make a list of 100 people, and every Sunday I will invite a minimum of 10 of those people to the meeting. First meeting, nothing happened. Second meeting, nothing happened. Third meeting, they were doing the presentation, and in the middle of the presentation, just like I did, one of my guests raised hand and said, "How do I get started?" Yes. And I was so happy. I didn't even know how to get him started, but I was shaking. So at the end of the presentation, they told him the same thing. On Monday, my upline helped me and we signed up the guy. At the end of the month, I came to the depot, the Forever Depot in Lome to buy product. And then I saw my name on a piece of board that they say you have a commission check coming up on the 15th. And I say, how? I'm selling the product, making my money. So where is the check coming from? I didn't know. But for me, at the end of the month, they gave me my first check. I'm like, okay, then I can bring more people. And I start bringing more people. So long story cut short, within 6 months, by selling the product, bringing people, selling the product, talking to everyone, literally everyone, and bringing people, in 6 months, I was already making more money in Forever than I was getting paid from the bank. It's hard to believe sometimes when people don't understand teamwork. And I didn't know what was happening, but the money was coming. I was happy. But I thought, like, I didn't spend all those years studying finances, then to be sitting here and watching over other people's money. Now that I can make more money part-time, talking to people about aloe and toothpaste, I want to do more of that. So end of 2010, I quit. I quit my job and people thought I was crazy. Yes, sometimes you need to be crazy. You know, it's not just like waking up and say ordinary people achieve an extraordinary result. But you have to do some extraordinary things too in order to achieve extraordinary result. So I quit my job and then I went full-time in Forever because I was looking for one thing. I want to travel. They told me that I did not come initially for the money. I came for the travel. So that was my goal. So you need to have your why. If you are taking note, you need to have a why. My why was not the money from the beginning. My why was because I love to travel, but the job I was doing was not allowing me to travel. So those people, they were telling me that not only I'm going to travel around the world, but they are going to pay for it. And I said, hey, let them pay for it. Whatever I have to do to end the trip, let me do it. That's what I quit my job so I can win the upcoming rally. And that was in South Africa, 2011. So I did. And I qualified for my first rally. And I went, and that's when I saw the real picture of Forever Living. So I'm gonna encourage you, if you are watching this right now, the next global rally, you may miss this one. We're gonna be going to Abu Dhabi in May. You already missed that, but you don't wanna miss Bali. And it's because usually sometimes Forever, if you don't qualify, you can buy a package and you could go. But because of the situation we're going now, only qualifiers will go to Bali. But you have time that you are listening to this one to make a decision that no matter how, at the end of 2022, December 31st, 2022, I'm gonna have my 1,500 case credit, so I'm going to Bali. Don't go for the trip. Maybe when you started, your why was not to travel just like me, but maybe this is gonna convince you to go bigger and achieve whatever reason why you first got started with Forever. So I want to challenge you to make sure you qualify for Global Rally 2023 by doing 1,500 cc from now. Even if you are 0 cc from January, starting from today, go big, go launch your business from today and set a goal to qualify for Global Rally 2023. And you're gonna be there. And we're gonna be there. I will qualify by end of March. I should be already qualified for Bali. That's my goal because I'm aiming for more. So in the next 3 months, I have to be qualified, and I want you to come over there with me, set a goal and work for it. So that's what I did when I went to Forever Global Rally. My eyes were popped open. I'm like, wow, this is something. And then I stopped looking for myself. I want this for my friend. I want this for the people I went to school with, because when we were going to school, we thought that when you graduate, when you can get good grade, you're gonna get a good job. That's the real life. Then I could say that's not the life. The people in the office, in the cubicle, they don't have life. I mean, I don't have anything against job. I used to do that. I don't have anything, but you could do that maybe 4 or 5 years, 10 years the most. But make a decision that you are bigger than that. Especially if you are in Forever. Forever can give you that opportunity like it is for me today. Today, I work my Forever business full time. Yes, I work my Forever business full time. So I went to how do you call it? To South Africa, Cape Town for my first rally. And then it's just start. And then it's like the way you say, oh, you're gonna go all over the place. Yeah, I've been all over the place. I've been all over the place. Then in 2012, I decided to aim for much bigger. I realized like everything that I did in my country is, at the time I was in Togo, it was about 7 million people. And I could achieve that much of success. So I became manager within a year. I quit my job before I became manager. Quit my job before I became manager with Forever Living, because I did not want to hold myself back. The way it was going, I knew that if I put more effort, it's gonna just go bigger. So I reached a point where it's like, I don't have anything to prove here anymore. Whatever I was doing with 8 or 7 million people, imagine if I moved to the United States, 300 million people. How big can that be? So I make the decision, I'm gonna move to the US. So that's what I did in 2012. But guess what? When you left everything behind, I could be considered one of successful people in my country. But then I left everything behind and I moved to the US. Not knowing anybody, not speaking English. So you could see how challenging that could be. Not knowing anybody, literally anybody. When I'm telling you anybody, I mean anybody. When I was coming to New York, I have one phone number in my in my hands. That is somebody, at least I can call somebody to pick me up from the airport. That was it. So my first 2 years in America was tough. It was difficult. So some people's gonna think like, oh, he has it. Oh, no, I built it. And it was tough. It was really difficult. I'm sharing those deep down because some people may be saying like, oh, it's not gonna work for me. It's not working for me because I don't know anybody, because I don't have the money, because of this, because of that. The same challenge you may be going through, I went through them. You saw when Alex put his screen right now, and you saw everything that we are able to achieve. Eagle Manager, Senior Eagle, Forever to Drive, Global Rally, coming from a place when I go to school, no electricity, no clear water, that I'll be sleeping in one of the most beautiful hotels in Abu Dhabi, come May, then Cancun, and then Bali. And you know what, when the President Greg shoot a video and he show how we're gonna be picking up the chairman bonus check on the start and finish racetrack in Abu Dhabi. You can't believe those kind of dreams that I'll be in that position. But when you go back 2012, 2014, I was sleeping in someone's basement because I came to the US, didn't have anything, didn't know anybody, didn't speak English. So it was tough. I was sleeping in somebody's basement. And I couldn't even think about forever business at that time. I was in a survival mode. I had to survive because I did not have a parent, no friend, nobody. But I never forgot the dream. I knew the reason why I got started with Forever. I wanted to keep traveling all over the world so I can keep educating myself. So that's what I did. I start from the library. I start spending most of my time in the library to learn English and connect with people. And one of my connection invited me to their church. That's when everything changed. I went to the church and I became a member to the church. And soon enough that I could see a lot of people together, my forever dream came back. And I asked the pastor, can I share? I have something big. Can I share with the congregation? And he gave me permission to do that. And I share, and then it became a pattern for me. So if I could share with this congregation, how about other congregation? So be bold, be audacious. Places that people can need your product, just go show up there and ask for permission to talk to them. So that's what I start doing. And then, so I don't keep it too long. I'm still watching the time. I want to finish in the next 3 minutes. So that's what I keep going. I go from churches, and then I reach out to any other community that I can introduce my opportunity to. That's what I keep my business flowing. And then I was doing any other thing to reach my goal. But everything changed around when the pandemic started. When the pandemic hit and the world was locked down and everybody holding their head, what am I gonna do? That's when the opportunity came for me to have this big impact. So the pandemic, some people say, oh, the pandemic, because of the pandemic, my business is dead. Because of the pandemic, my business is skyrocketing. Now I have an opportunity to help more people. Have an opportunity to help more people because I can extend, instead of going places to places, instead of talking to one person at a time, now I can talk to 20 people, 30 people. I think some of our meeting, we have like 200 people. So that's what I'm calling opportunity in a difficult time. When difficult time arises, you need to position yourself as a leader, because when difficult time arises, there's gonna be leaders that is gonna emerge, there's gonna be victims, and there's gonna be those people who keep asking, what just happened? So I choose to be one of those people that's gonna take over and lead other people past those difficult times. So I wanna end here, and I wanna give an opportunity to one of my senior manager. So today we have in my team, I think we have a minimum of 15 managers, and most of them were developed just last year. I think we had more than 10 managers last year. But one of them particularly, she didn't know anything about network marketing, never sold anything before, but she came in and she was willing to be a student of the business, and we coached her, we trained her. So not only she became manager within 5 months, she became senior manager. She's qualified Eagle manager for Cancun already. It's not over yet, but she's already qualified, and she just earned her Forever to Drive level 1 as well. So Manager Mana, if you can open your mic, we want to hear from you before we hand it back to Alex.
Thanks so much, Christian, for the opportunity to speak on this. I very much appreciate it. And thanks very much, Alex, for having us on this platform. My name is Mana, and it's a pleasure to speak a little bit about my experience. Christian said it all. I didn't know anything about marketing before July 2020. But yes, I've got the best coach, and I've got the best company, and I've got the best product. story short, yes, I was introduced to this and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. Forever's product were not new to me. My mom been taking this. I've been paying this for her to take, but didn't want to take it myself. But then my health was really poor. I was really, really sick. And my little brother, who actually happened to be to be in the business thanks to Christian, he told me, listen, big sis, if it's about your money, I don't need to screw you up to have it. Okay, I just want you to feel better. So story short, I started using the product, and in no time, of course, I've seen the benefit in my body. And then I'm like, okay, how about the business? Now let's talk about it. And yes, I didn't know anything, but I was eager to learn. And I've been taught, and I had access to all the beautiful things Forever has for us, but also the experience and the thirst that Christian has, to the point that I was allowed to even wake him up at in the middle of the night because I needed to learn. So yes, I've understood this has something for us, especially when I think about my personal motivation. People can say I have a good career, and that is true, but I call it prison because by the time I'm done over there, I don't have time with my family. And that's something I'm yearning for. And I've seen that Forever can provide that, and that's what I'm after. So we all that are accustomed to Forever, we know Forever delivers. And yes, I've become manager, senior manager. I've earned the Forever to Drive, and I'm Eagle manager now. And it keeps going. These promises that Forever make are true. It's not a lie. I've earned all these, and I'm a testimony to it. But guess what? It's not over yet, because I'm still in the prison a little bit. And I can't wait to break my bonds, sort of. But yes, it's a pleasure to have known Christian and benefited from everything he had to teach me. So I'm appealing to all of you, no matter who's bringing this opportunity to you is real, but only you can make it real. What you want, that's what you get. It's not without effort. Make no mistake about it. But when you do provide that effort, when you put it all in it, when you keep your focus, you reach the goals that you put in front of yourself. No matter your beginning, no matter you didn't know anything about it like myself, I had to be taught marketing. I even despise it. I was running away from it. I thought all they do is screw you up and take your money. I was ignorant about this beautiful opportunity, but I had to learn. And with the support of my husband, my family, everyone, here we are with all these achievements. So can you. I have nothing special. See, I only have one head, okay? Just like you. But whatever your why is, whatever is motivating you, whatever reason you want to do this for, keep it in focus and be humble. Be willing to learn and apply what you're being taught, and you can reach higher results. So I'm really thankful, Christian, as always. I'm thankful for this opportunity and all it brings, and all my managers and those to come, all Aloe millionaire. Let's go ahead. This is doable. Let's keep working hard, and it is achievable and it can be done. So I encourage all, and again, I thank all of you for the opportunity to share my experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manager Mana. I'm proud of you, but this is just the beginning. And if we have time, some of my manager will talk, but we will keep it this way. I would like to end here, just give you quick reminders. Know your why. Quick tips to help you succeed. Know your why. You have to know your why, and then you must have that desire, that burning desire to share the opportunity. And then you need planning. You know, it's not about just jumping. When you get started, just start. Just get doing things. But when you start seeing the picture, get involved in planning so you can achieve more. And then take action. take action with the 4CC discipline. Take action with the 4CC discipline, and you're gonna be successful. So that's what we did, and that's what we wanted to share with you. And hopefully we can answer 1 or 2 questions before we close. Thank you. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you very much, and congratulations. And thank you to Mana, Senior Manager, Mana Layer, and congratulations on your outstanding accomplishment and your very brief, short, wonderful story you share with everybody. And let's go to final stage. People excited to have a chance, Christian, and maybe Mana, I don't know, you guys decide. They would like to ask you a question, but if you remember, I would like to remind you, Christian, that I asked you last time, my question to you, what was the most challenging for you in your forever business in 2021?
Good. Yeah, 2021, 2020, we all know what happened, and the world was a lockdown. And we need to turn back to technology. And sometimes it's scary because you think like, oh, I don't know, I'm not gonna make fool of myself. But hey, just show up and doing it. So my biggest challenge was switching back to full-time technology. So it was a bit challenging in 2020. And then we nailed that one down, and we start getting success. So 2021, the challenge was to help most of my manager qualify for Ego Manager. Like 2020, I could have achieved chairman bonus, but it didn't happen because my manager did not get where they need to be. So I needed to focus more on leadership development. I needed to show the bigger picture to some of the people, and it was challenging. It's not easy, So I would say that was my my biggest challenge: getting people to come to meeting, because you may have the knowledge, but if people don't come, if they don't show up for training, you're not gonna be able to touch their life. You're not gonna be able to give them what you have. But people have to work and pay the bill. They have to do whatever they want. But I still need to get the message across to get people to the meeting so I can give them what I knew. So that was my biggest challenge, that I can say, how to get more people to training.
Thank you, Christian. Now, everybody would like to ask Christian or Mana a question. Please unmute your microphone and go ahead. Shoot your question.
Okay, Alex, if I may, while we're getting questions over on my end, my biggest challenge will be finding time to do forever. Because I'm gone all day and I'm like, okay, now I get this, but where am I gonna find time to do it? But again, when you have your why, you know what's driving you or what's dragging you, you make up time for it. And I started with 30 minutes each day, then increase it to an hour, and then say, okay, 2 hours each day when I started building my team. So you gotta make up time for it. Otherwise, there's no way you can succeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Suleiman Kawari would like to ask a question. He raised the hand, right, Suleiman?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I want to say great job to Manager Christian and Manager Mana. I'm really happy to hear from them because they are hard workers. My question is about to Mr. Christian. I know you are very hard worker and you have experience in this business. How you can impact the young people like us? How you can impact the young people like us with your good experience in those business?
Okay, Manager Nicomed, and I say Nicomed, Suleiman, how to impact younger people like you. And I like that. I like the fact that you say you call yourself younger people, because it's not young in the age, but young in the business, because you just start the business and you have the excitement. And I would just say, keep on doing what you are doing. When I look at you, I look at myself, like my beginning in the US here, where I go anywhere I could go to get the information. You know, sometimes we don't know. One time, I remember I used personal development. Personal development is key, because especially when you are coming from humble beginning, it's not easy to see the bigger picture and go after it. So you need to borrow some people's dream. You need to borrow the picture from other people. So personal development is the thing that I can encourage you. I used to listen to, I still listen to training all over the place. And one of my favorite person I listen to is Og Mandino. I listen to Og Mandino so much. And one day he said that when he started doing speaking, he wanted to be a speaker. He has a message to share, but couldn't get people to pay him to go, like how he would see other speakers getting paid. So he would beg for people to go speak for free himself. So one day he had to speak somewhere, it was far, and he didn't have money to pay for the hotel because it was free and people were not paying for his hotel. And he has to sleep in his car to be able to go through that. And I didn't know that I could go this far or this deep. So one day it happened to me, I was looking for information. There was a seminar in New Jersey. It was called the Millionaire Mind Experience. And I needed to go to that training. It was cheap. It was just $47. And then they knew that they're gonna be selling other program. I live in New York. I wanted to go. I was able to pay for the $47, but I didn't have money to sleep in the hotel. Hey, guess what I did? I slept in my car. I drove my car. I went there and I slept in my car so that I can get those training. But out of those experiences that I built, today people book me, they pay me money to go speak too. And they pay for my hotel, they pay for my airline ticket. So I'll just tell you, keep on going, embrace personal development, and you'll be fine. That's what I can say.
Okay, thank you so much, Manager Christian Adama, for your answer. I'm very happy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone, thank you for your question, and Christians, thank you for your answer. And now I saw familiar face, Gertrude Atabong. You raised your hand, Gertrude. Good to see you. Go ahead, shoot your question, Gertrude.
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Gertrude here. I'm talking from Washington, D.C. It's very, very impressive having Mr. Christian here. I used to do meetings with people in Africa, like we have Africa United and so on, and people will be asking me about him. I said, I don't know this guy. They say, but you are a top distributor in Washington. Why you don't know him? I said, I don't know him. So I'm so happy to have him here today. It's a very good start of the year for us to have a top distributor that can come and share with us here. The question I wanted to ask him, he said, during the pandemic, you had to go to technology to start to do your business move. What technology were you using? Were you using like social medias? Were you using like Facebook? What were you using? Because all this time, like we have meetings now, people can connect from all over, but we still have to find other ways, not only talking to people directly, but maybe through other social media links that we can use to get in contact with more people. So I just wanted to find out whether you have been using social medias in this business too, as much as you do, like you meet with communities and churches. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gertrude. And I believe I saw you before. I don't remember where, but I know I saw you before somewhere.
Yes, because
nice.
I've been traveling around the world to all rallies everywhere.
Right.
So surely we'll be meeting without knowing ourselves.
Yeah. So nice to meet you. And so when I say turning back to technology, where we are right now, Zoom. Zoom is the first thing that I use to build my business. And before 20, I think my first time running a meeting on Zoom, it was in 2020. I've been on a Zoom meeting before I think it was in a real estate training program, and they use Zoom, and I connect, and I love it, the way we can see each other on video. That's what I like to have it on the video side. And I was on other people's meeting, but I've never used it myself. But when the pandemic started and children start using Zoom to go to school, and then I said, hey, I can use this for my business. And that's how I got started. I didn't know much about it. I create my account and I would start training and doing one-on-one with close people. And then I get used to it. And today I run some meeting with 300 people on the Zoom. And then I use social media, of course. I use mostly Facebook and WhatsApp. I use Facebook and WhatsApp to prospect. You need Facebook and WhatsApp to prospect, to get people to my meetings. So that's what I use. It's the thing with the social media is there's plenty of them out there, but if you want to be on all of them, you're not gonna be able to create quality. You need to create quality content. So that's what I could say.
Great. Thanks so much. I hope we'll see you in Arizona.
Yeah, we will be there.
Okay.
So we'll be there so we can connect more.
Yes.
And Alex, if you don't mind, I have two of my managers that are pretty much been successful as well. I want to give them 1 minute each to.
No, I don't mind it all. Go ahead. Take all time.
Good. So I'm gonna start with manager Lydia Diarra. She's gonna have some input, and then we're gonna have manager Nicomed as well.
Thank you, Manager Christian. My name is Lydia Diarra, live in New York. It's a pleasure for me to say that I know I meet Christian Adama on October 2020 on Facebook. He was talking about aloe vera. I sent just a text to tell him I'm very sick. I need something to be healthy. And the next day he called me and showed me the why to take and why to take care of myself. And when he tried to tell me behind this thing, there is a business, I say, no, I don't want to listen nothing, because what I want is my health. I want to be fine, and I don't want nothing. He said, okay, but I didn't give him the time to explain nothing. And when I take the thing, 2 weeks is like I was joking. I'd say 2 weeks of treatment, I will fine. And I say, okay, maybe this guy is right. Let me ask him what happened. And it was like this. And he explained me how to do, how to start. And I follow him. Well, if he say, go to right, I went to right. Go at your left is why I did. And 8 months after, I become manager. I have a long story, but I wanna stop here. Thank you. Thank you very much, Christian Adama.
Thank you so much. So Manager Lydia is one of our best testimonial when it comes to using the product. And you can see from her background that she uses a lot of Viral 5. Manager Lydia and Manager Mana, they are like Mrs. Viral 5. So use the product. Another key to be really successful with this business is to be using the product. The more you use the product, the easier it becomes to talk to people about it. So let's hear from Manager Nicomed, and then we're gonna get some more questions from Celestina, and then we have Manager Renee as well. Hopefully we don't stay here too long. It's 10 p.m.
The story is sweet, so we can continue.
Sure. Thank you so much, Coach Christian. Like Lydia said, is my wife who saw one of his video, and she shared with me. She said, "Honey, you love business. You always talk about business." And I saw this video. I was going to delete it, but I want you to watch it together with me. Maybe you might be interested. And I watched the video, and I said, no, I need to talk to this guy. And one day he was interviewing in one of the radio. And at the end, they asked the people who were listening if they have questions. And I asked him if there is any way I can meet with him. He said, no, I don't have time, but you can give me a call. I say, okay. So I get in touch with him, and story short, I start a business. And it was after I was hit by COVID. So I was so weak, and he gave me some advice to use the product, and less than 2 weeks, I get my strength back, and I went back to work. And since then, I knew that something is going to change in my life. So I kept asking him questions. I was going to school for my RN, but after 3 months, with what I'm seeing in the picture, I said no. I took more than 15,000 loan already. So story short, I say no, I need to go back to what I'm doing. So I went back to work. I'm working normally, and I'm doing forever business. I met Gertrude also. One day I watched her intervention, her presentation, and I even called her, and she said, if you are, as at that time I was already supervisor, and she said, if you are supervisor in less than a year, you are going far, keep it up. Who is your manager? I say, is Christian. He said, okay, I heard about Christian, stick to him. And since then, I keep fighting. In less than a year, I became a manager. And right now, my head is turning. Right now, I'm thinking, doing something crazy. Very soon, you will hear from me. Thank you so much. I won't keep it too long. Thank you so much.
Very good. Keep on, keep it on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manager Nico. We're gonna hear from Celestina.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very, very much for today's presentation. You've really boosted my spirits because I notice I'm dragging my feet. I'm from New Jersey. I'm a manager. My upline is Gertrude. And my question is, talking about social media, and you are using WhatsApp and Facebook. And I've been hearing it, Facebook is working, WhatsApp is working, but how do we go about it? How do we start doing business on our WhatsApp page and doing business on our Facebook page? And do we pay something to boost our business for people to notice us, or what? I want to know more about it. Thank you.
Okay, good. The thing when it comes to Facebook, first thing to notice is content is king. You know how they used to say cash is king? When it comes to Facebook marketing, content is king. That's mean you have to produce content. You have to give value to people. Sometimes I see some Forever Living distributor, and then they put, they don't even have their picture on social media. They have the aloe barrel. When you have the aloe barrel there, you know, when people see this, they go to Google, and sometimes they just get to be reading some bad review about the company or about network marketing, and they're not even giving you a chance to listen to you. So don't just like throw your product all over the place. Marketing is about attracting people to you. So you need to position yourself by giving value. By giving value. That's what I do. I do video, I make videos talking about leadership, talking about entrepreneurship, talking about finances, and then people reach out to me. You see, most of the people like Lydia, Nicole, how they testify, they reach out to me. I didn't go to them. Even though I do that too. That's what I call prospecting. I prospect people, I go to people, inbox, but you have to position yourself first. If you want to be successful on social media, start from your social media profile. You need to have a nice picture there with a smile if possible. So when people see you, they see like this is someone I want to hang around. But when you put the yellow barrel, nobody wants to be a friend with a yellow barrel. They don't even know what is in that barrel. For you, you know that it's so important, it's good, but they don't know. So make sure you don't do those. But make sure you have a calendar to produce information. Give information that is going to educate people. Choose any topic that you are comfortable talking about. And then keep talking about it every single day. And then from time to time, you make an announcement, or we call it call to action. And say, hey, by the way, if you are interested in knowing more how to improve your life or your health after 40, then reach out to me. Here is my WhatsApp, or inbox me. You want to have people to inbox you. If this coming from there, it's easier than you chasing them down. But you got to do both. You got to do prospecting. Maybe if you want to be successful on social media, every day you want to reach out to 2 to 5 people. Go to people's inbox and ask them if they are open to know more about an opportunity to improve their health or to earn more income. That's how you work on social media. Everybody that you are friends with, don't just have them sitting there and say, oh, I have 4,000 friends on Facebook, and they are sitting there. No. And you need to be engaging with people. You need to be posting. And then when you reach out to people, the first thing they do is what? They click back on your profile, and they want to view your profile. They want to see how many pictures you have there. You know, like the people who spam people, they just open an account, they put one picture, one beautiful picture of a beautiful lady somewhere, and that's it. And they are going to people's inbox to spam them. But those who are doing business, you have profile picture, your own profile picture, and you post other pictures that people can see. So when you go to somebody's inbox, first, they don't even reply to you. They go to your profile and they take a look. Is this person real? Is this person valuable? Is this person trustworthy? So that's the key on social media. So be contributing, share code, share videos that can help people. Talk about cooking. As a woman, for instance, one of the things you could talk all day about is about cooking. So you could create your own show talking about how to cook this, how to make this, how to make, are you from Nigeria? How to make ogbono, how to make amala, the things like that.
From Ghana.
You're from Ghana, so how to make your banku and okra. You could be doing video about that. You're gonna be surprised how many people wants to learn more about making banku. You know, some people, some Ghanaian, they are born in the US and they maybe don't know how to make banku, but they married to a Ghanaian that can go a week without eating banku. And they're going on internet looking for things like that. We have some galette, some cake, different way of making some cake back home that people don't know how to make those things. You take your social media page, and that's what you're teaching people. And from time to time, you say, hey, by the way, I don't just teach about cooking banku. You see how young I am? I'm using some vitamins that are keeping me this young. If you are interested in knowing more about how to stay young or younger, this is my WhatsApp. That's how I say I use Facebook and WhatsApp. I don't talk about the product on my social media page. From time to time, I will use my Facebook status and I'll post a product. But when I post the product, I don't want to reveal the entire product. I want to hide it a little bit, or maybe I put two, three products you could use together, but I'll put some emoji or some question mark on it so you don't have the whole thing. So you see it, you say like, hey, how about this product? How about those, like there's something there that I don't see. And I say, okay, you need to talk to me. That's marketing. Get people to be talking to you. But when you give them everything, they go on Google, maybe they find another distributor and they buy from him. So that's how social media works. It's pretty simple. Start giving value. Find a way. Find something that you can be talking to consistently that is gonna cause people to reach out to you. You're gonna be surprised. Some little thing you can think about, you're gonna be surprised how many people are out there looking for information in that area. So that's how we work on social media. I think
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I think I saw Manager Renee as well. If not, let's take two more questions and I think we can close. Manager Renee is here?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, thank you, everybody. I just want to say thank you to Mr. Christian for the opportunity we share together. It's like how he was saying now. It's like we have some training, some other different training, and we start with him. And it's at the end of that training, and he start to talking about the business. And okay, I just talked one of my guy who we was doing the business together with him. I said, oh, do you think this business is gonna get something good? He said, oh, he started. And they explained to me like, oh, we can use some social media like Facebook, just like we was learning some kind of topics there. And then he told me like, okay, you know, if you use this, we can make money with this business. I said, okay, then let's go. And I started with him. You know, I think he started like 2 weeks, and I started again that business. And I didn't know too much about it. And I was talking about the business. I invite some people. And that time, you know, it was in the coronavirus. It was in the August 2020. It was in the coronavirus time, and nobody don't go anywhere. You just stay home. And I was almost all the time in the Christian house, and we make some meeting. You know, we do some barbecue most of the time. We invite the people. When they come, we just talking we talked about the business, and then you know, we register more people, and we was talking. We share the opportunity with other people, and in the five months, I become manager. I say, okay, wow, this business can be good, okay, and I keep doing. And sometimes, you know, like he was saying, now you have to share the content on the social media with the people, then make the people come to your page. And now, you know, we think we are doing a good thing, and we get to show what we are doing in the Arizona, and let the people know how Alwe Millionaire was grew up. Thank you, Mr. Christian. Thank you to share the opportunity.
Thank you, Manager Renee. So this is another way of doing the business, and that's what we call home parties. You could do parties or home lunch. That's what we do in summertime. We don't just eat the meat. We barbecue, but we turn it to business meeting. So we eat, and then we share the opportunity, and yeah. So that's another way of doing it. That's what he's doing. And I believe next summer he's gonna develop maybe 10 managers from those. All right. Any other question? Any last question?
I did not see any hands anymore. All right, let's finish up, and I would like to congratulate, to say thank you, Christian, first of all, to you. Special thank you to new manager from your team. Everybody who spoke, they know what are they talking about. They understand the power of the why. They understand and feel, I could feel it, that they understand the power of why it's really, really valuable, and how to launch business, not to try to do business, how to launch business. And I would like to say thank you, everybody who joined us, and we will see you next time. Thank you and congratulations. Be
you. Have a good
safe
night.
and healthy. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good
Bye,
night, everybody.
everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Night.
Everyone.